back. You're watching breaking news right here on CNN News 18. We're now taking you to another story in Karnataka, a very different one though. The National Investigative Agency is, as we're speaking, conducting raids on the houses of 4 who stand accused in a region in Karnataka. This is allegedly for providing financial support to a bomb planning case aimed at disrupting the Prime Minister's program in Patna in Bihar. You remember back in September last year, the ED claimed that the PFI had planned to target Prime Minister Narendra Modi's rally in Patna and was engaged in raising terror modules. These were claims made against the Popular Front of India. That it's important to note the Popular Front of India had defended itself against it, said that these allegations are entirely unreal. Now, just give me a second. We're going to connect with a reporter on this story. I'll just wait a second to find out more. My colleague Ritu is with us right now to bring us details. Ritu, tell us more about the accusation against the PFI, please. Tell us then about the investigations taking place, and then tell us how the PFI had responded to these claims originally in September last year.
Well, you see for now that the National Investigation Agency has conducted raids on the house of the 4 accused in the case of AC for the allegedly planting for a bomb case for disturbing the Prime Minister Narendra Modi's program in Patna, Bihar. In fact, now it is not for the first time that this is happening. In fact, but you remember last time as well, a couple of months back, that the SCPI leader's house was also being raided by the National Investigation Agency in the same case there again. But now in the another major crackdown, there's the full accused house being raided by the NIA, and the investigation, moreover, is on to understand the financial aid that was actually being taking place among these accused as well, and who exactly had in fact given this plan out to them, and who were instigating as well what exactly their plan was. But however, you see what the kind of
Ritu, can I just ask that you stay with us? Our colleague Arunima is also with us. I'm going to go over to her very quickly. Arunima, could you tell us more about the action we've seen from the NIA over the last few hours?
So if you just go back to 2022 when the Prime Minister was visiting Bihar, this was the Fulwari Sharif module that the local police had cracked, and the NIA had subsequently taken over the case. The charge was that Popular Front of India was planning to disrupt the Prime Minister's visit, and they were setting up IEDs and carrying out other subversive activities. 2 separate FIRs were registered, and questioning of the accused have been going on by NIA. What they found out during the probe was that, Maulvis and religious scholars from Karnataka, from Kerala, were being brought to Bihar to give speeches and sermons which were not on local issues, but which were meant to agitate the local population. So that's the first link that NIA got about possible linkages of the Fulwari Sharif module with, the PFI units in Karnataka and Kerala. So in that context, the searches today should be seen. This is trying to ascertain from where was the Fulwari Sharif module getting its financial backing from, who were the people providing it with logistical and financial help. Since PFI is a banned organization, if it can be ascertained that these accused continue to be part of PFI in any way, then they are liable to be prosecuted for being part of a UAP, a banned organization as well.
Arunima, I just want to understand from you, back in September, as you were saying, in 2022, the ED had said they'd also found details of 120 crores that was collected by the PFI. Can you tell us more, and can you also tell us how the NIA got involved in this investigation over the last few months?
Yes, so first to talk about the Enforcement Directorate, it has been keeping track of Popular Front of India ever since the Shaheen Bagh protests against CAA began. What it alleged was that all the financial support, the logistical help that was coming in for that also was coming from PFI, and it went on to expose how PFI was getting donations from Keralites, from Kannadigas, from people in the southern part of the country who had gone for work purposes to the Middle Eastern countries, and they were sending money to PFI as donations. In many cases, not knowing exactly what purpose this money was getting used for. So that was the source of fund as per the ED, which is being probed separately as to how to really really block that source of fund now that PFI is a banned organization. Coming back to the National Investigation Agency, their focus has been on, there's a separate FIR against PFI, but this specific case are 2 FIRs in the Fulwari Sharif module, as that is popularly called, specifically about the Prime Minister's visit. But in the 2 cases, there could be common evidence which the NIA will try and put together Right now, the searches that are going on, we are told by officials on ground that these searches are connected to people who allegedly provided financial help to the Fulwari Sharif module. If agencies feel if you can choke their finances, you really break their backbone of carrying out these radicalization projects and anti-India projects.
Can you also tell us, Arunima, we know that the PFI has seen wave after wave of raids, crackdowns against their leadership over the last year and a half, I think. I just want to understand from you, Arunima, if you could tell us, how has the PFI responded in general to that, and also in specific to this plan, the accusation that came in from the ED early last year that the PFI had planned to target the Prime Minister's rally in Patna. Did we have a formal response from the PFI on that?
Not really, but Popular Front of India under the UAPA, under the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act, the way that law is designed, has the option of legal recourse. And there is a tribunal headed by a Delhi High Court judge, which has been hearing on a daily basis the center's evidence to ban this organization. How this works is, when you notify an organization to be banned under UAPA, you have to defend that ban before a tribunal. So that process is on. The PFI's legal counsel have the option of presenting their side of the story before the tribunal. The government will have to present evidence as to why it thought PFI must be banned. And it has taken a long time for the government to ban the organization, precisely because they felt they had to be on legally strong ground, since this matter will come up before a tribunal. So that process is going on. PFI members have stopped identifying themselves as members of that organization now that it is banned. SDPI, it is Students' Political Wing, which is not banned as yet. That is the only part of PFI which continues to be in the public domain since it is not banned. But there are a lot of conversations going on within the agencies whether PFI is trying to recuperate under a separate name. And that is where choking their finances is going to help. If you choke their financial and logistical leads, then it will be even more difficult for their members who are still underground to regroup with a different name. The charge also is that what was once CINI became PFI. So that is what the government wants to stop.
Arunima, thank you so much for bringing us context on that story. All right, let's move.